Imagine buying an electric truck for just $30,000, less than half the price of Tesla's Cybertruck. Well, Ford might actually make that happen. In today's video, I'm going to tell you all about the 2027 Ford Ranger EV, a truck that could be the perfect mix of affordable, powerful, and practical. And trust me, the details will surprise you. Stay tuned, because later in this video, we'll also compare it directly to Tesla's Cybertruck, and I think you'll want to choose sides. So here's the big news. Ford recently teased something called the Universal EV Platform at an event in Kentucky. That sounds fancy, but it really just means Ford is building a base design that can be used for many different electric cars and trucks. And guess what? The first one they're planning is a mid-size pickup, basically an electric Ranger. And here's the crazy part. Early reports say the starting price could be around $30,000. That's cheaper than most gas trucks on the road today. If that's true, this truck could totally shake up the EV market. But wait, price is just the beginning. In about 1 minute, I'll tell you about the towing numbers that Ford has been testing and how they secretly stack up against the Cybertruck. Let's make this simple. Tesla's Cybertruck starts at nearly $60,000. Ford's Ranger EV, half that. Think about it. With $30K, you could buy this truck and still have enough money left to buy a used car. That's why people are calling it the truck for real people. Now, let me ask you, if you had to pick between a wild-looking $60K Cybertruck or a $30K Ranger that does the job and saves you cash, which one would you choose? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm curious to see which team wins, Team Ford or Team Tesla. All right, let's talk about power. Ford has already been spotted testing these trucks in Kentucky. And the numbers? All right, let's talk about power. Ford has already been spotted testing these trucks in Kentucky. And the numbers? They're aiming for around 7,000 pounds of towing capacity. To put that in everyday terms, that's enough to pull a medium-sized boat, a camper, or even a loaded trailer. And what about range? Reports suggest somewhere between 250 and 300 miles per charge. That's like driving from New York City to Washington, D.C. on a single charge. Pretty solid for a truck under $30K, right? But here's where things get even more interesting. The batteries inside this truck might be totally different from what you expect. Let me explain. So remember that Universal EV Platform? Think of it like Lego blocks. Ford can build different cars and trucks by reusing the same pieces. This keeps costs low, which is why the Ranger EV might be so affordable. As for the battery, Ford has two types they might use. One is cheaper and very durable, good for daily driving. The other is more expensive, but gives you longer range. So buyers could pick, do you want the budget version or do you want the longer road trip version? It's like choosing between the standard iPhone and the Pro model. Inside the truck, Ford isn't going crazy with futuristic designs. Instead, it feels familiar. A big touchscreen, but also real buttons and knobs for things like the AC. That's important because not everyone wants to tap a screen for everything. And yes, Ford remembered cup holders. Sounds small, but sometimes the little things matter most. But the outside, that's where it really stands apart from Tesla's Cybertruck. Let's compare. Tesla's Cybertruck is bold, shiny, and looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. Some people love it, others, not so much. It's big, heavy, and very expensive. The Ranger EV, on the other hand, is meant to look and feel like a normal truck. You don't need a huge garage. You don't have to explain to your neighbor why your truck looks like a spaceship. It's simple, it's familiar, and it gets the job done. And online, the memes are hilarious. People on X are already joking. Cybertruck is for Instagram. Ranger EV is for Home Depot runs. Which one do you relate to more? This truck isn't just about Ford beating Tesla. It's about Ford creating EVs that regular people can actually afford. That's their big strategy. Start with a mid-sized truck, then roll out SUVs and maybe even vans on the same platform. By using the Universal EV Platform, they can make lots of different EVs faster and cheaper. If they hit that $30K price point, it could push the entire EV industry to lower prices. And honestly, that's what's needed if EVs are going to become mainstream. So when is this actually happening? Production is expected to start in late 2026, with the first Ranger EVs rolling into dealerships by 2027. That might feel far away, but think about it. That's only about 2.5 years from now. Expect trim starting at $30K for the base model and going up to maybe $50K for a fully loaded off-road version. So now it's decision time. Would you rather buy Tesla's flashy 60K light Cybertruck or Ford's practical 30K light Ranger EV? Which one fits your lifestyle better? Comment below. Team Tesla or Team Ford? I'll be reading through and replying to some of the best answers. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next EV update. We've got more big stories coming, and trust me, you'll want to hear them first.